Hello and welcome to another vlog, or if you guys are new here, hi, my name is Jemmy. I wanted to start this vlog on Sunday, but I forgot that I had a graduation party that I was going to, so that's what my husband and I did yesterday. It was a fun time. I decided not to vlog because I was just hanging out with a bunch of my coworkers, and it was really fun. It was a pool party. Did not swim because the idea of getting my hair wet and waiting for it to dry did not sound pleasant whatsoever. It takes about 2 hours to dry my hair, so the idea of that was just not fun. Even though it was a really hot day and swimming would have been nice, I just didn't like the idea of just getting really wet and then having to just wait for my hair to dry. Just didn't sound fun. But I had a good time on Sunday. I just wanted to just hang out and relax and not vlog. So I am now starting this vlog today on Monday. And I actually have a structure for this vlog this time around. Before, I was just vlogging my week and the day and what I was reading. I didn't have any schedule or plan or structure to them. It was just kind of me getting back into vlogging. But today, for this vlog, I am planning on cleaning my office space. I don't think it's going to take me a full week to clean my office space. Potentially it may, because I have been wanting to clean my apartment in general, but every time I plan on cleaning my apartment, I get so overwhelmed that I don't know where to start and I just give up. So my plans is to just start with the office space and just tackle that slowly but surely so that way I don't get overwhelmed. And I actually have audiobooks checked out and ready to go. Previously, I never thought to do that. I was just like, I'm going to clean my apartment, and then I sit there searching for an audiobook, and then I don't ever really pick an audiobook, and I spent hours just scrolling my library to find an audiobook to listen to, and then that takes up majority of my day, and then I get lazy, and then I don't clean. That's the process of how it goes. I'm calling myself out on it because that is just how I am. So I need to call myself out. So the next time when I am in that rut, I can go back to this vlog and see that, hey, you do that. Don't do that now. I do have 3 audiobooks, and let me tell you what those 3 are. The first audiobook that I have is for The Betrothed by Kira Cass. I have read the selection by Kira Cass and enjoyed it. I know it's not a good series. I know if I go back and reread it now, it's going to be toxic as hell. But at the time when I read it, it was fun and I enjoyed it. So I did pick up her other books to read because I did like her writing. It was very easygoing. It just was very simplistic and you could just eat it right up. And the audiobook for this one is only 7 hours, so I feel like I'll finish it pretty quickly. I like to listen to my audiobook at 1.5 speed because at 1 time speed it's too slow for me and I would just get really bored. So I like to listen to it at 1.5 speed. So I have a feeling I'll finish this audiobook pretty quickly. And if you guys don't know what this one is about, this one follows a girl who is a daughter of a noble family that is also competing with other noble families' daughter to catch the king's eye. And she, of course, ends up being the one that catches the king's eye, and he chooses her to be his betrothed, to be his queen. And she is trying to show the world that she can be a great queen. However, she ends up meeting a strange, mysterious man from a different kingdom, and he changes how she thinks, and maybe what she wants isn't really what she is wanting. So this sounds like it's going to be a very quick, easy read. I do believe this is a first in a series. I don't know if it's a duology or a series. I think I looked it up and I saw only 2 books, but I could be wrong. I want to say it is a series. But either way, I have a feeling that I will fly through this. Am I going to enjoy it? Probably not. I feel like this is very similar to the selection in the sense of like being picked between multiple girls and then there's like another guy there. It's very similar to the selection, so I have a feeling this is going to be very close to that, but we will see. Then the next one I have is The Siren. I swear I thought I had this book, but I cannot find it. And yes, it's also by Kira Cass. When I was looking for audiobooks and I saw that The Betrothed was available, I also saw that The Siren was available. And I've always liked Siren books, but I can never find one that sounds interesting to me. And I thought, I've already read a Kira Cass book, I might like this one. Do I know much about this? No, I saw it and I decided to check the audiobook out, but I could have sworn that I purchased The Siren, because I think that was the next book that she released after the selection, and I was like, oh, I want to read that, and then I just never really looked the synopsis up, because I was like, oh, it's Kiera Cass, I probably will enjoy it. I should really not think that way, because I've liked books from certain authors, and then when I read the next book or a different book from them, I'm like, never mind, this might not be the author for me. So I really need to kind of comment down on that and actually read a couple more books from an author before I said, hey, I really like this author. But that's besides the point. I checked out this audiobook. This one's also 7 hours, so I think I'll finish this one pretty quickly as well, which is why I have a third one, and the third one is The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo. I actually want to read this one physically, but I saw that the audiobook is available, and I checked it out just in case I need a third audiobook for this week. But if I don't get to it, that's totally fine, because I want to annotate this one. I've heard, when it first came out, I heard so many good things about it, and then afterwards, like a couple months later, it just was silent. No one else talked about it, nothing. So I don't know if this is actually a good book or not, or if it was just because it's Leigh Bardugo and everyone loves Leigh Bardugo and all of her series that everyone really liked it. And yeah, so I just wanted to give it a shot and see if I enjoy it. I did read Leigh Bardugo's first 2 books in the Shadow and Bone series, and then I never went to finish the third. I don't know why, I just struggle to finish the last book in any series. Truly. I really do. So I want to also go back and reread that series and read the first 2 again, because I don't remember anything that happens. I know the names, I know the characters, and I know the gist of what happens in each book, but I don't remember the details of it. So I want to actually maybe probably do a vlog where I just read that series and tell you guys my thoughts. I'm getting so distracted right now. But that is the reading plan. So those are the 3 books that I have for this week. I don't know if I'm going to finish all 3 books. I have a feeling that I will for sure finish this one, because this is the one that I'm going to start with and start cleaning my office space. I would show you my office space, but it is very embarrassing and I just don't want to show it. So I'm not going to. Maybe I will. Maybe. Who knows? But for sure, I do need to clean my desk. My desk is always a mess. I don't know why I can never keep my desk clean. Maybe if I just put away the stuff that I use, that will help my desk to be clean, you know? Maybe. But I do want to change up some of the layout of my desk, because I don't think that it is working for me. I've had it for a while and clearly it's not working. So I want to change it up and see how it goes. But that is going to be part of the cleaning plan for my office. I am going to see what my husband wants to do, because I think he wants to go and eat at a Korean barbecue place, because he wants some Korean barbecue. So we might do that before I start. I have to get ready. I did get ready a little bit. I did put on some makeup, which I don't often do, but I felt like doing it today. Don't ask me why, I just felt like doing it. But yeah, so I'm going to see what the plans are for today. I do have plans to hang out with my friend on Wednesday, and then I work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, so I might not do much of anything those 4 days, since I have other things that I need to do. And Lord knows I'm not going to wake up early to just read and clean. I thought I was that kind of girly. I am not. I'm going to sleep until I have to get up and get ready and go to work. I am not the type of person that can get up and go and be productive and then go to work. I can't do that. That's just not me. I thought I could be that girly. I tried to be that girly. That girly is not me. Definitely not. Okay, so I just did a 30-minute walk on my walking pad, and I listened to a little bit of The Betrothed, and let me tell you, Lady Hollis, kind of smart. She's really good with her words. I kind of like that. And I also like the fact that they give praise to the queens of the kingdom, not just the king, but the queens. and they talk about how it's not just the king who contributes to the kingdom, it's also the queens. And I love that. I love the recognition that, hey, the queens also help out. They're in the background. They do quite a bit of stuff too. So that's kind of nice. Like that. Again, as always, the writing is very easy. You could just digest it pretty quickly. The audiobook so far is fine. I'm enjoying it. I am listening to it on 2x speed because it is a little bit slower than normal. I usually, like I said, typically listen to it at 1.5. One of the pages is all folded weird and I want to fix it. So yeah, but it is a little bit slower. So I bumped it up to 2x speed. So it's going well. I am enjoying it. I like it. Though I wish there was a little bit more to the king besides he's handsome and he has eyes for only Hollis. So that's so far all we get from the king and his description. So I'm just like, he seems sweet, but he also seems full of himself because of the way that every lady describes him, how he loves flattery. Of course, every king loves flattery, but it's just like, I just wish there was a little bit more. But like I said, I'm only like 30 so minutes in, maybe a little more than that, but I'm only on page 44. I am going to start to get ready. My husband just woke up. He has his appointment with his doctor, and once he finishes that, we're gonna head out. So while he is doing that, I am going to get ready, and maybe I'll take you guys with me. I might film on my phone more than actually film with my camera, because I am not going to bring this camera with me. I just still cannot film out in public. I'm not comfortable with it yet. And then when I get home, I'm probably going to do some editing. I started another video that I need to edit, so I need to do that, which is going to take a lot of work because I'm only about, I want to say like 5 minutes into the vlog, and I've done so much editing, and that had taken me over an hour. So this vlog might take me a little bit longer because there's a lot more clips to it. So yeah, but so far I'm making progress. I am enjoying the book so far, and I hope it gets a little bit better. I hope there's a little bit more bantering because obviously there's supposed to be maybe potentially a love triangle. So I'm hoping that I could connect to the king a little bit more and see if like he really is a good love interest, because in the selection, you obviously knew who she was gonna pick because there was more connection to her and the person she picks than the so-called the love triangle. So I'm hoping it's not the same with this, but we will see. I feel like my explanation was kind of all over the place. Hopefully it was not, but if it is, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get better at reviewing books and explaining books, but yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna go get ready, and I will update you guys later. Alright, to do my OOTD for the day, here's my outfit for us going out to eat Korean barbecue. Simple, easy, stretchy jeans, because I know my tummy's gonna be full after I'm done eating Korean barbecue. Also, here's the mess of my office. I know I said I didn't want to show it, but here's the glimpse of it. Yeah, it's messy, and that's why I want to clean it. But I'm gonna head out now. My husband is waiting for me, and plus I am starving. I am so hungry. I woke up and I didn't eat because I knew we were gonna go get Korean barbecue, so I wanted to make sure I had a empty stomach. Also, I have my water from when I was on my walking pad, so I gotta drink that. Well, I might bring it with me so I have it in the car. And yes, this is San Diego Chargers because I will never recognize them as LA. I don't know why they moved to LA. They should have stayed in San Diego. But that's just personally me. Totally not the most flattering angle, and you can totally see all my choppers just like strewn about over there. But we just got back from having Korean barbecue and hot pot. I am so full. I was thinking of using my walking pad again to help, but I'm so lazy because I'm so full. And I know I shouldn't lay down, but I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna hang out with my husband for a little bit. He may play some video game. I don't know what game he might might play, but he might play some or not. We'll just probably chill in bed and watch some YouTube videos together. So we're getting this angle and I'm standing like this. It's because my office chair isn't where it's supposed to be, and the reason for that is because I have my walking pad where my desk is, and when my walking pad is there, my chair won't fit. And if you're wondering why not put away my walking pad, it's because I want to use it later today, and I don't feel like resetting it back up after putting it away because this thing is kind of heavy. So I'm just gonna leave it here until I use it and then put it away, and then I'll move my chair back. But this is the angle we're going to get. Secondly, I do apologize for the lighting. I don't know where my ring light is. I really should look for it. But the sun is setting because it is currently 3:30. Yes, I woke up pretty late, and that is because I stayed up pretty late. But that is night shift for ya. This is how the schedule is like. I'm asleep during the day and awake during the night. But the lighting isn't great. The sun is setting. This light is the only light that looks good. This one just blurs everything out. So I do apologize for that. Plans for the day, I am going to journal first. I'm going to put down what I plan on doing today, and hopefully I get to it. Listen more to The Betrothed and give you guys more updates on my thoughts and feelings on it when I get further in. While I'm listening to the audiobook, I'm actually going to go around my office and pick up any loose clothing item that is mine to put in my dirty basket, and then throw it into the dryer, or not the dryer, into the washer because I need to do laundry today. And then while that's going, I am going to clean up my desk and look at what I can and can't get rid of, because I think I want to condense my items and just throw away things that I do not need, because I'm just holding on to a bunch of stuff when I know I don't need them. So that is going to be my plan while I'm waiting for my clothes to be done in the wash. And then once that's done, I'll throw it in the dryer, and then I'm going to probably then tackle my closet. That is my plan for the day. Is it going to go that way? I don't know. Knowing me, I'm going to get super distracted, and none of it's going to happen. We will see. I don't know. I just know that that is the plan.
If we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back? If we could run it, if we could run it back, and do you wonder if we could run it back? All of the things I didn't know, I had to get out down the road, inside of the same old, caught in the circles round they go. It's hard when you keep close, rewind with my eyes closed, might need a breather, get lost in the B-roll, let all the wind blow, to learn how the world goes, we didn't know how to move on.
Okay, so I have some updates for you guys. I did journal, like I said I was going to, and then afterwards, once I finished, I picked up clothes that were around the office space, like socks, other clothes that were in the bathroom and in the closet, put it in my dirty basket, and started my first batch of laundry. That is going right now. I just need to wait for that to be done and toss it in the dryer before I can start my second one. And then next, I did clean my desk. Originally, I did mention I wanted to do a deep clean where I go through my drawers and my cards and kind of go through things that I don't need anymore and throw it away. I felt too overwhelmed by that whenever I was looking at my drawer and cart. I was like, oh, I have too much stuff. I can't do this right now. I just need to do a surface clean. So that's what I did. I threw away old cups from fast food places that I had sitting at my desk that were pretty much empty. I was just too lazy to throw it away, even though I have a trash can right here. I also rearranged my desk a little bit so that way I could work more efficiently. I think I like the way that this is at right now. If I don't like it, I might change it back, but this is going to be a test trial of how things go, because originally I had my monitor on a desk riser and I liked it for a while because then I could stick my keyboard under, but I realized I don't like having my keyboard so low, so I moved my monitor off that desk riser, moved that desk riser forward, and now my keyboard is going to sit on top. And if I need to move my keyboard off the top of it, I can stick it under as well. So it works out for how I want it to as well. So I'll see how that goes for now. I also have the current supplies that I'm using more close by instead of just on my desk, because before it was just on my desk, and then the ones over here were things that I was using year round. So I changed it. I have now the ones that I'm using almost every day for my bullet journal here, and then I moved the ones that I was using more yearly. Like, I'm going to grab it here and there monthly, but not so frequently, but I am still going to use it more than the other Tombos. I have it right over here. I don't know if y'all can see it. And then the other Tombos are over here that you can't see. I think it's off camera right now. But those are the ones where, like, I will grab it occasionally here and there for if there's color themes that I want to use. That is where I have that set up for now. If I like that, I'm going to keep it. If I don't, who knows? I might change it again. We will see. I'm the type of person that likes to rearrange things because I get bored with the same setup for so long. So we will see how long this one lasts. Now, moving on to what you guys really care about, because this is a booktube channel, is my reading updates. I am now almost halfway through the book. I'm on chapter 16, which is 132 pages in, and this story is very easy to digest. There isn't a lot of thinking involved, to be frank, and listening to it, I think I can listen to it probably on 3 times speed because of how slow and easygoing the story is. Truly, it is very, very simple. The writing is simple. There isn't a lot of complications to it. So it's a nice, quick, easy read. So if you're looking for something to just listen to while you're doing stuff around the house, this is definitely pretty good to listen to because it's super, super easy. And there isn't, like I said, a lot of attention to detail. At least for me, there isn't. And I like Lady Hollis as a character. I think she's very sweet. She's very kind. And she's witty. I love that she can have conversations very easily. I also love that she knows her flaws and she knows what she struggles with, and she's trying her best, and she wants to prove to people that she isn't just what everyone says she is, and I love that about her. However, I still don't feel very connected to her. I just don't really care for her as a character, so I don't know if I am going to continue on with the series after I finish this, because there isn't anything I'm really invested in, and to be honest, the second lead, or maybe the main character, I really don't know at this point, the other love interest that she has other than the king, I think she's only interested in him because he's a foreigner, and he's different, and he doesn't really know who she is, how she grew up. So I think that's why she's infatuated by him and wanting to get to know him, especially with the fact that she also wants to travel because her whole life she's been very sheltered and she hasn't really got to travel because her parents are assholes. To be frank, her parents are very, very bitchy and they always complain about her. So I could see why she doesn't really like her parents and she wants to get away, because I too would want to get away if that was my parents. But honestly, the king, he seems very sweet as well. So I don't really know who she's gonna choose. I have a feeling I know who she's gonna choose. I'm not invested in either relationship because there is nothing there. There is just the attraction that she has to both guys. She thinks the king is handsome, sweet, nice, rich. He's a king. Of course, you gotta like the king. But this other guy, he has really pretty blue eyes. And that's all you get about him, is that he's handsome and he has pretty blue eyes. That's all she talks about, is his eyes and how captivating his eyes are. And I get it. I get it. His eyes are pretty. They're blue. My God. I could probably finish this in one sitting if I want to, but like I said, I'm not invested, and this is the kind of book where sometimes I would just put down and forget, because I'm just like, whatever. I don't really care for either of the male characters. I don't care for the main female characters. I do think Kirikaz does well, is the bitchy female character that later gets redeemed, and you like them so much because they are just the best part of the story. So far, Nora. Love her. So that's my thought and my reading progress, and my updates so far of cleaning my office. Again, not much progress. The only thing that's really clean is my desk. Over there is still a mess, like I showed you guys. I have not touched this area yet because I have no idea where it's gonna go, but I'm gonna take my time. I'm going to kind of figure out where things go, but I might tackle my closet next. Do that, and then when I make room in there, maybe I can move a few things out here in there. That's the game plan. I don't know if I'm going to get that done today. I do have plans tomorrow to hang out with my friend at around 4 o'clock. So I do have some time if I do wake up early enough tomorrow to do more cleaning and to listen to more of the audiobook, which I was very ambitious and thought that I could finish 3 audiobooks. Absolutely not. So far, I've only had 1. And I'm not even close to being done with it. I'm just barely halfway. So, okay, I have some reading updates for you guys. Did I clean any more of my office space? Absolutely not. What I did do was have my husband order me some queso chips and a burrito because I was craving it and I needed to satisfy my craving because I've been having this for about a week now, and I just needed it, and I'm glad that I did because that was so satisfying. I did listen to my audiobook while I was eating my lunch, and I did listen to more of the audiobook while I was grocery shopping with my husband. So now I'm about this far way through the book, so I only have this much left, and I will tell you, I am this close to DNFing this book because it is boring. There is nothing going on. There is no plot. There is no chemistry between the main character, Lady Hollis, with either of the male characters that is supposed to be her love interest. Her friend seems so annoying and only care about the vanity type stuff, and that just bothers the hell out of me. The only saving grace so far that I am enjoying is Queen Valentina. She seems very down to earth and her situation sucks and I feel so bad for her, and that's about it. There is nothing here that I enjoy. I am struggling. I'm not having a good time, and genuinely I just think I want to skim read this last 100 pages or so, however much that is left. Let me check. Yeah, about 100 pages or so left of this, and just kind of finish it off. There's no investment. I have no connection to any of these characters. Because at first I was like, oh, Delia Grace seems like a good friend. Now she's just plain annoying. Nora seems like a better friend than freaking Delia. And Nora's barely even in the story. And her other love interest that she met, that she barely talked to, and suddenly she has so much chemistry with him according to the story. Yeah, I don't see it. And then the king being a douche all of a sudden. Like, okay, so he's a sweet guy who's given her affection, who says all these lovely things, and suddenly he's now an ass. Great, sounds like a king, like a normal king, but at the same time, it's like such a switch in personality. Great, okay, that doesn't seem right. And maybe it's the perspective of the main character, because now she may not be as interested in the king as she previously was, so maybe she's seeing the flaws. I have no idea. Either way, it is very boring. I will have to say, if you're doing a mindless task where you're repetitively doing something or just constantly are moving around and doing stuff and you don't really need to pay attention too much of the story and you want something that's very quick, very easy, an audiobook to listen to, this would be great. Because I will tell you, there is nothing going on. It's just literally the main girl describing what dress she's wearing, how hot the other guy is, how hot the king is, how she wants to be a good queen, and how she needs to be a good queen, but how she's attracted to this guy even though she shouldn't be because she's gonna be a queen. That's pretty much it. And I'm sorry. It's just, I'm so disappointed because I really liked Kirikasa's writing in the selection. So this one I thought would be at least in a similar vein, but it's not. It's just poorly written and I'm not enjoying it. And I do have her other audiobook, The Siren, and I don't even know if I want to listen to that after listening to this because I just am so bored. There's no investment at all that I have for this story. I could care less what's going to happen to any of these characters. And genuinely, I might look up the reviews. I might spoil myself because I don't even want to skim read this because it's just that boring. And I'm so sad. And genuinely, I was hoping that I wouldn't be so disappointed in this. Even though going into it, I had a feeling I would because I didn't hear many great reviews for this book when it first came out in general. So, yeah, but I also thought it was maybe just because a lot of people were shitting on the selection, so they were continuing on shitting her other books. Because at one point, the selection was really great, it was really hyped, everyone was loving it, and then because everyone was loving it, people read it, people didn't like it, so everyone was hating it. You know those kind of trends when things get really hyped, and so people then hate read it. Kind of that thing. But yeah, so I don't know, this was sitting at a 3-star and now I feel like it's sitting close to a 1 to a 2-star. It depends on the rest story, and to be frank, I don't know if I want to push myself through it. So I think I'm gonna take a break from listening to the audiobook and just in general this book and go hang out with my husband, heat up some of my queso and finish my chips. But yeah, so that's what I need to do. and hang out with my husband. So if I do end up cleaning some more, I will let you guys know. I still do need to toss my clothes in the dryer. I have been meaning to do that, but my husband and I were running errands and doing stuff, so I didn't end up doing that. But that is the plan for the rest of the night. Okay, so I have some updates for you guys regarding the cleaning portion of my video. I have cleaned a little bit of my closet, so let me show you guys the progress. So here is the progress. I think I showed you guys it before, so you guys will see that, but this is what it's looking like. I did get a scent for the closet because it was smelling, focus, it was smelling a little musky, so I got a lavender scent for here, and as well as I got one over here just in case when this runs out. I have that, which will help kind of keep it smelling good until we get a refill of those, because those can get a little expensive and sometimes I will forget to buy refills, so having that scent of there will help. That's also a lavender scent. But that is pretty much what I've done so far. I need to vacuum, so I do have a little carpet spread that I will use to help make the carpet smell good as well. I'm not going to take everything out to vacuum because that's just a lot of stuff to take out, so I'm not going to do that. But let me show you everything that I have outside right now of the closet. Here is the mess outside the closet, and there is a lot that I need to put away and figure out spots for. So this is what I'm going to be tackling maybe later tonight or tomorrow. That depends on how busy I am tomorrow to do all this stuff. Now that I've set you down, let me give you some reading updates. I decided to skim read the rest of this. I just am not really interested, and I'm kind of glad that I did, because the plot twist that happened in this, I was just, I guess you could say, shocked. But I was like, why? What was the purpose? But okay. And from what I can gather, because then I also went and looked at the reviews as well after I skim read this, was the same. They were just like, why? What's the point? And how the main girl, Hollis, I think that's her name. I can't even remember her name now. Yes, Lady Hollis reacts to what happens didn't feel very realistic. And to be frank, I mean, granted, I skim read it, so I thought that maybe I felt that way because I skimmed read it, but I wasn't the only one. The other reviews were like, yeah, she was just like, okay, let's move on, kind of thing. So there's that. Yeah, all in all, I think I'm going to say that I've read this, even though I technically didn't fully read the last portion of it. But I'm going to give this a generous 2-star because, like I said, I like the writing. It was just easy to digest if you're looking for something very quick and just simple. But overall, there was nothing really going for it. Maybe I should bump it down to a 1-star, but I'm being generous and giving it a 2-star because there was at least bit interest for me in the story for me to at least listen to over 50% of the book. But afterwards, I'm like, honestly, I'm almost done with the book, and I still feel like there's nothing going on. And truly, everybody else in the reviews that I've read also said the same thing. So I'm not going to waste my time and continue reading something that pretty much was going nowhere. So that is pretty much my reading. So I finished one book at least. I made some progress. I cleaned up my desk, and the closet is pretty good. The clothes are in the dryer. They're pretty much done. I need to just hang them up, and I'm so excited for my closet to smell so nice and lavendery. I know I did a lot of updates for today, so this vlog may be a little bit long, but I am enjoying what I've done so far. But I am happy with what I've gotten done so far. Tomorrow, I really don't know what I'm going to... Okay, sorry for this odd angle because I'm using my phone propped up on my water bottle because I don't have anywhere else to prop my phone at the moment, and that is because my memory card got full. So I need to move all my files onto my desktop. So I need to do that. But since my memory card got full, it rudely cut me off. I think I was saying I don't know what my plans are for tomorrow. Like I mentioned, I know that I have plans with my friend tomorrow, and I have time if I wake up early to maybe do some stuff, but I don't know when I'm going to wake up because I don't know when I'm going to bed. So we will see what the plans are when I wake up tomorrow, if I'm going to continue reading a new book, which is probably going to be The Familiars, because I already said I don't want to pick up The Siren after, this audiobook and my disappointment in that. So I don't need any more disappointment at the moment. So I might just go and read The Familiars or listen to the audiobook. Anyways, do I want to unhaul this? I don't know. Once I clean my apartment, kind of figure things out and throw things away, maybe I will then unhaul this. And yeah, but that's pretty much it. I am going to probably go out and throw out the trash because we have a lot of trash we need to throw out after I was cleaning and throwing things away. So I need to do that. And then I am going to eat. So I thought I was going to do more reading in this vlog, and I have not. I have not updated you guys since Wednesday, I want to say. I know for sure I didn't update yesterday. Work was just so busy yesterday. I got home, I ate, I did my journal, and then I went to bed. I didn't even do my skincare. I didn't do any of the stuff that I would normally do at night because I was just that tired. I did get home a little earlier today, not by much. I got to go home a little early, so yeah, but I am tired. Today was a tiring day. It wasn't because it was busy, it was just very slow going. I just felt like the time was going by very slow. I don't know what it was, maybe because yesterday was going by so fast, but today was going by so slow. So there was that. But I had some very interesting things happen at work today, which was so funny. I wish I could tell you guys, but I can't. But yeah, I haven't done any more reading since my last update when I finished The Betrothed. And honestly, I have to say, I think this has really made me not want to read. It put me in a reading slump because of how bad it was, and all I want to do is just complain about how bad it was. But I'm gonna try to see if I could pick up another book. I don't know if I will or not by the end of this. If I don't by tomorrow, I'll probably let you guys know and end the vlog because there's not gonna be much update because I haven't done much cleaning. We did end up having our inspection done. I don't know if I told you, but they weren't able to reschedule because of policy, which is kind of annoying, but like at the same time I understand. So they came. It was quick, it was fast. My husband said it went okay, it was all good. Also, my husband and I are thinking potentially, not sure if it's going to happen, but we were thinking of looking at other places and maybe potentially renting other places and stuff. So we will see. That is kind of up in the air at the moment. We are just discussing it. We're not sure because we like it here. We like it at the apartments because it's very nice and it's right in the middle of everything, which makes it so much easier when traversing and traveling around. So there's that, but we'll see. But either way, I just wanted to kind of update you guys real quick since I realized I haven't really updated, and I just wanted to kind of just chit chat for a bit about, my feelings, my thoughts, and just what's been going on. So yeah. I am so tired. I am home from work, but I realized I never ended this vlog. I didn't do an outro, so I'm here to do an outro for this vlog. I ended up not starting The Familiar by Leigh Bardugo, the audiobook. I was planning on it, but I ended up getting a little busy, which I will talk about in the next vlog because it is some exciting news, but I'm not going to talk about it here because it's going to be a little bit long. So yeah, but I enjoyed doing this vlog. It was nice, and getting back into listening to audiobooks was pretty nice too. I am very happy with how clean the closet is. I didn't end up cleaning the whole office space. My desk is back to being a mess because I obviously use my desk, so it's bound to get messy again. But I am loving the setup. I've had the setup now for a week, and so far it's been working. I'm liking it. My closet has been clean. It's been nice. And the front area where we had all that stuff is still remaining in a small pile, which is super nice. So we haven't made a mess of it after a week, and I'm planning on continuing to keep that area clean and then slowly, bit by bit, clean around the apartment. But of course, with the big news that I'm going to tell you guys in the next vlog, things are going to be changing a little bit. So yeah, look forward to that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. If you guys did, feel free to hit that like button. If you want to see more of my content because you like it, feel free to hit that subscribe button. And I will see you guys in my next vlog. Bye.